Hey everybody, I'm JJ. You're watching Reality Survival, and today I want to talk to you about how to identify a counterfeit ESEE knife. I recently got scammed on a website that was basically advocating that these were actually ESEE knives. And so I just wanted to show you some of the differences because they're a pretty good fake, as you can see. And you know, they're using the trademark of ESEE, the registered trademarks, and they're representing that it is a real ESEE knife. So here is the knife, and it's got a pretty good sheath on it. You know, I mean, it looks nice, and it's very similar to what you'd expect to see on a regular ESEE 4, and I'll compare it side by side to an actual ESEE 4. But you know, the workmanship and everything like that is all pretty similar. There are some slight differences, and we'll get into that. But I mean, dimensionally, it's very close to an actual real ESEE 4 knife. So I think this knife was priced at about $40 if I remember right, and that obviously should have been a clue that it's not real, right? But you know, I didn't know if they were like overruns or something like that. And I was like, man, they're saying that this is made in America and that this is, you know, real. So let's see what it looks like. So here is this. Let me show you the packaging of an actual ESEE 4. This is what this box looks like here. It says made in America on it. It's got like some survival information and stuff like that on the back. This is the authentic version. So if I pull this out of here, so packaging is one of the ways, obviously, to tell the difference. And it comes with, you know, some printed materials, some stickers and stuff and all that, and then it's got the clip, and you can, you know, put the clip on there, vertical or horizontal. Pretty darn similar. I'll just pull it out here just to so we can see it. Pretty similar to the fake that came already assembled. So let me, when I'm looking at these two, one of the things that is slightly different on this is the texture on the actual ESEE. I don't know. Let's see if you can see this. It's got like a little diamond pattern in it. So that is one indicator, and the knife sheath has that same kind of diamond texture in there. Okay. But for the most part, I mean, you know, these, and I'll show you, here's what the Chinese version looks like. I assume it's China where it's made. I don't know. It doesn't have a texture. It's just sort of a grainy kind of texture to it, but there's no actual pattern. So that's probably the first and biggest indicator right there. Let's see. Looks like the hardware, the attachment hardware, they both use Phillips heads, so that won't really be an indicator. Let's see what the strength of that one is. The strength of the ESEE clip, as far as, you know, pulling it out, it's a stronger metal, and this is, there's just not quite as much tension to it. You can feel, you know, the difference there. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the knife itself. That's sort of a pretty good rundown on the sheath. Now I couldn't find an exact match on the handle material and the color of the blade, so that is what it is. So the finish is obviously different. We'll start with the finish from the actual ESEE. Pretty smooth, not real textured, and it feels pretty thick and pretty tough. It feels like it's going to be a good finish that's probably going to stay for a while. This one is the fake, and as you can see, it's a lot rougher, and it looks like it's a lot more granular or flaky, sort of. So that's a pretty key difference in the finish as well. Another thing that I noticed is that the color consistency of the printing, the ink is the same on this word here, Rowan, as well as ESEE Knives USA. And then on the fake, there's a slight color difference between the wording here and the wording here. So, give you a little closer look at that. You can see that there's just slightly, see how this is a little more gold and this is a little bit more silver? There's just a slight color difference. They're not the same. And it's the same thing, see if I can get it to focus, on this other side. On the logo, it's a little more gold, and on the stamp on the heel here, or the back part of the blade, right at the choil, it's a little bit more silvery. So they look different, but when you look on the actual ESEE, these are very consistent in their coloring, and you can tell it's made by the same stamp or same ink or whatever. Same thing on this one. They're uniform in color. Sorry, that's a little bit out of focus. There we go. So that's one step on the blades themselves. When you look at the jimping along the back here on the actual ESEE, it is more rounded and smoothed over. It's not quite so aggressive. And when you look at the fake Chinese version, it is very sharp. It's very rough, and it's not smoothed over. And part of the reason I'm showing you guys this stuff is so that when you're out at like gun shows and trade shows and different things like that, you'll be able to pick these things out, because I am sure that the market is flooded with these types of counterfeits. Now here is another indicator on the handle. If we look at the handle, you can see that these they have very soft edges, and they're countersunk, so they're below the surface just slightly, and the fasteners on the handle scales, these here are somewhat sticking up, just barely, and they're a little flatter and a little wider. So if I do a side-by-side comparison, see if we can see them. The ones on the actual ESEE are just a little bit more refined. Girls, be good. Are a little bit more refined and a little bit more polished. And then here's one of the biggest differences between the two of them. Fire, be good. If you notice the palm swell on the ESEE. It has an actual palm swell right here on both sides, and that really helps to make it a lot more comfortable in your hand. And the fake does not have hardly any palm swell at all. It's pretty much just flat, and there's a pretty big difference when you feel it in your hand. Let's see if I can show you the difference. effectively. Girls, be good. You hear the neighbors' dogs are out there barking. Firebug, stop it. Be good. They're not going to come and get you. You're okay. You're okay. Lay down. All right, so you can see the palm swell on this one, and then no palm swell on that one. So, and there was one other thing. On the original, on the actual ESEE, see if we can get it to show up here. See, there's a little serial number right there. Can't really quite get it to come into focus, but right there on the hilt or the end of the knife, there is that little serial number. And on this one, there is not. Girls, settle down. Girls, it's fine. Hey, be still. Go lay down. No serial number here. So, would you settle down? You're ruining my video. Okay, so that is pretty much that. That's all the different ways that I could figure out to, to identify the counterfeit. And if you guys know any other ones, then let me know in the comments below. I think this is useful information to know because in today's day and age, there are just a lot of fakes out there. There's a lot of counterfeits and stuff like that. And so you want to try to stay away from those things. This SE4 will be given away in our monthly giveaway over on Substack. So if you want to get in on that, go over to realitysurvival.substack.com, and it's going to be given away within the next week or so here, and that's going to be for our March giveaway. I'm a little bit behind because I was out of town for a week, and so anyway, if you want to get signed up over there, it's realitysurvival.substack.com. You can look at the last post that we published. There is a save 33% button. It'll save you some cash, and you can get in on it for like a cup of coffee per month. And we do these giveaways every month. Let's see, is that all? I think that's all. I think the finger choil is the same size, dimension. Yeah, I think that's it. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and don't forget to live the 6 P's. Proper prior preparation prevents poor performance. Stay safe.